Hello, we're here with you. I'm so excited. I'm Carrie Peters from the Health Coach Institute and Become a Health Coach Training. I'm here with
Stacy Morgenstern. We are also the co-founders of Holistic MBA, an international coach training company creating world-class leaders in the art, science, and business of health coaching and transformation. I'm so excited to be here. Carrie and I have been looking forward to this. We've had the great fortune of already training over 7,000 successful coaches from 27 different countries over the last 6 years.
yeah.
And we're so proud of all that they have accomplished and to hopefully inspire you today on what's possible for you.
Yeah, it's exciting. We've got a whole bunch of fancy slides, very fancy presentation that we have here for you today about what health coaching is and why it is really, we believe, the best career ever. But we wanted to have a chance to connect with you personally because I know sometimes when you're online and you see pictures and you see this, like, are these people real? Like, do they exist? Like, I can't reach out and touch you or see you, so we wanted to be able to connect with you before we switched over to Slideville.
Thought you were just gonna like silly putty my face.
I could just be like, all right, so I think it's time to get going. We've got a bunch of people on the line. I know we're in a bunch of different time zones. We're in Pacific, Mountain, Eastern, Central, all over the place, and not even just in the United States. I think we have people from other countries here as well. So welcome wherever you are and whatever time of day it is for you. Welcome, welcome. We're so pleased to welcome you. So let me go ahead and I'll switch over to slides. You'll still hear me, but you won't see me. Same with Stacy. And so official welcome to this complimentary webinar. It's called What is Health Coaching and Why is it the Best Career Ever? So again, I'm Carrie Peters and you'll get used to our voices.
And again, I am Stacy Morgenstern, and we just want to share with you, because we've had the chance of coaching so many different people from all over the world, and you may be wondering, is health coaching right for you, or is it even possible to build a career? And there's thousands of people that have come to our trainings and wondered the same exact things, like Tali Berman, mother of 3 in Israel, who started an international organization helping parents with children on the autistic spectrum eat healthier and develop social skills through play. How cool is that? Her programs have served hundreds of families while making her a great living. And then there's Rochelle Henry, aka the Sugar Mama from Baltimore, Maryland, who was a trained professional dancer when she decided it was time to change careers, make more money, and start a family. So she became a health coach, launched herself in 2011 as the Sugar Mama, and is now consistently earning $12,000 to $19,000 a month.
Yeah, and then there's Melissa Binkley. She's a single mom from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. She was a personal trainer who was running a gym, but she was feeling super burnt out by working too many hours for too little pay. And she thought that health coaching was just going to be an add-on to what she was already doing. But little did she know that becoming a health coach would completely change her life and change the whole focus of her business. And now she's the CEO of her own wellness company with a team of wellness coaches. She travels and speaks around the country and even internationally. So we have hundreds of success stories of people from all walks of life, like Rasul Davis, a 50-year-old former Marine turned health coach, or Dr. Anu Gupta, who wanted to bring health coaching to her home country of India, or Katie Denowden, who before she was a health coach, she was at a corporate job crying every week, going, this job is sucking my soul. But she now has a full-time health coaching practice in Denver, Colorado, and she earns $1,000 to $5,000 per client. And we share these stories with you to inspire you for what's possible as you embark on this career as a health coach. We really and truly believe that it's just one of the best jobs on the planet because you get paid to get healthy and become your best self while you inspire others to live their most vibrant and healthy lives. I don't know. I'll tell you what, for Stacy, for me, for anyone who's interested in personal growth and interested in helping other people, it is an amazing career. So on this webinar, we guarantee that you will learn something that you have never heard before, and that you will come away really seeing an expanded vision of what's possible for you as you take the first step on your journey as a health coach.
To help you get the most out of this call, we created an action guide for you. If you're on your computer or your phone, you can download it by clicking the yellow button to the right of the video. And if you can print it, that's great. You'll want to take notes on this action guide, because by the end of the call, it's going to be filled with so many powerful health coaching concepts that are going to guide you in exactly the right direction. We're going to assume that it's no accident that you found yourself here. Maybe you're looking to change careers or leave a corporate job that's sucking your soul dry. Maybe you feel a calling. You may or may not know exactly what it is that you're meant to be doing, but you're at a crossroads in your life, and you know that you want to do something that feels meaningful and contributes to your family or to the world. Some of our students have been stay-at-home moms or dads for the past few years and are reinventing themselves personally and professionally. Maybe you're already in healthcare, but you're aching for a deeper way to help your clients and patients. Or perhaps you're just looking for a different business model so you don't have to rely on insurance. We want to invite you to tap into whatever drew you here, because it is likely that that's a powerful catalyst for what is going to happen next in your life and in your career. Often people come to us and they'll say, I've been looking for the right training for weeks or months or years. There are so many trainings available. How do you know which one is the right one for you? How do you even know that health coaching is right for you? Maybe you're not sure what health coaching is.
I wasn't. I was like, what? What is health coaching?
I think it sounds good.
Yeah, right.
Don't worry. Will you actually be able to make money at it? Will people take you seriously in the world of health if you don't have a registered dietitian credentials or an MD after your name? If you're asking yourself these questions, then you are in exactly the right place, because we're going to help you answer them.
Yeah, you're also in exactly the right place if you have just a wild passion for food and nutrition, if you're committed to healthy, vibrant living for yourself and for others, if you want to figure out, finally, how to deal with and resolve your own health issues, your own body issues, your own food issues, and if you really want to feel confident in every area of your life, your body, your health, your relationship with food, your work, your finances, your love relationships, and your life purpose. So what exactly are you going to learn on this webinar today? So today, you're going to discover why health coaching is the hottest career opportunity right now and for years to come. You'll discover what is a health coach anyway. It's a very new profession. And then you'll talk about how is health coaching different than other healthcare and helping professionals like doctors or registered dietitians and therapists. And then we want to look at the nutrition and coaching secrets of the top 1% of health coaches. These are the highest paid, most sought after coaches in the world. And they know something that most other health coaches don't. And we're going to break it down for you because it's the thing that's made the biggest difference in our confidence and in our success as coaches. And then, of course, for those of you who want to take this further and deeper, we'll give you a sneak peek at the Become a Health Coach certification training so that you can get a really like a felt sense of what you'll be learning and how it's really completely different than any other health coach training that you're going to find. But first, before we get into all of that, you might be wondering, who are we? Who are these two ladies? And how did we get here teaching you today? So let's just give you a quick background on that.
Who you calling a lady?
I don't know. Not you.
When did I become a lady? Well, for those of you that don't know me, this is Stacy. 9 years ago, I was earning $17 an hour as a professional cookie and pie taster. Yes, that is a real job. I was so good at eating cookies that they actually recruited me to eat cookies and pie. And after a while of doing that, I had done that for 6 years, and sugar had really taken a toll on my health. I was 29 years old, feeling fat, tired, and depressed. My emotions were all over the place, and I kind of felt like I had lost my sparkle, which, it was just, I was a pretty happy person, and I found myself in a kind of drudgery and emotional low that I just couldn't get out of. I was ready for a radical change. A friend of mine suggested that sugar might be the culprit, which seems so obvious now, but I really had not connected how sugar affects your body, your mood, and even your brain's ability to function. So I began to study health, nutrition, yoga, behavioral psychology, shadow work, shiatsu, somatics, brain science, spirituality, and all kinds of peak performance and personal development modalities, hoping to find my purpose, my great work, and develop the kind of financial freedom that would allow me to quit my life-draining, health-destroying job and have more choice in how I lived. 10 months after getting my first health coaching certification, I found myself earning more money than I had ever earned. I had made $96,000 and had a wait list of clients wanting to work with me. Now remember, less than a year earlier, I was making $17 an hour, so this was huge. It completely changed my life, my freedom, my sense of security, and what's possible. At that time, earning $100,000 seemed so pie in the sky, but it happened, and it happened pretty quickly. Now, in my second year, I nearly doubled my health coaching practice to $160,000 by launching programs online that could serve more people and by becoming a paid speaker. In my third year, I hired several health coaches with various specialties to work with me so I could continue to scale up and serve even more people. I never dreamed that my practice would skyrocket like that. But these are the sort of steps that started to happen. What I love about coaching is that there's a ton of creative flexibility with how you work with people, the kinds of experiences you can create, and that you get to design a healthy lifestyle that's in alignment with your core values. Whether you want to travel to exotic places, yoga or dance, or work part-time from home, especially if you're a parent like I am. And it can evolve as you evolve.
Yeah, you know, my story is a little different. This is Carrie, and I came to health coaching really looking for a way to, I had a serious sugar addiction, and even though I didn't really know it at the time, I had a binge eating disorder. I knew something was wrong, but I didn't know what it was. I struggled for years with compulsive eating, and when I found health coaching, it was really a revelation when I learned that my greatest challenge, which it really was at that time in my life, I learned that my greatest challenge could actually be turned around into a gift that could help others. And I could do that through this thing called health coaching. And I was just fascinated, and I became a real student of the industry. I wanted to learn from health coaches like Stacy, like what was it that worked to make a health coaching practice work in real life. And I built my first six-figure coaching business online in under 10 months. And now I'm the featured health coach guest expert on a Yahoo original web series. It's called Reluctantly Healthy. It's hosted by one of my health coaching clients, actress Judy Greer. If you're not familiar with her, you probably recognize her face. She's been the best friend, like the quirky best friend in every romantic comedy that ever was. And some of our episodes, you can see on the slide, have gotten over 1 million hits. And now the show is actually on the CW television network on Saturday mornings. So together, Stacy and I was basically like interviewing her and figuring out, like, what do you know about health coaching that no one else seems to have figured out? And she was kind of wondering, there were certain things that I had figured out, and we had been partnering together, and we started getting requests from other health coaches around the world, hundreds of requests really, and we ended up joining together to share what we've learned about what works and what doesn't work to create a really lucrative health coaching business that truly serves others. And what we created was a company called Holistic MBA. And that is an international coaching and education company that's trained over 7,000 clients across the globe. And combined, Stacy and I have logged over 10,000 hours of coaching on the subjects of health, holistic business, money, marketing, life purpose, and relationships. Now, here's the thing that's interesting. Holistic MBA was, up until now, a graduate education. So what that means is that the students who came to us were already certified health coaches. They had already studied at various health coaching schools around the country and the world. They'd already graduated. They'd already got a certification or a license or a degree. And they thought that getting that initial certification would guarantee them a thriving practice. But not all health coaching schools are created equal. When these health coaches came to Holistic MBA, they were lacking two things from their health coach education. The first was confidence in actually coaching clients and getting results. That was a big deal. Most people come out of school and they don't feel like they actually know how to coach, and they don't, truly. And then the second thing they were missing is the marketing skills and the business knowledge to actually build a practice that works. Most health coaching schools give decent information. They do. They're good schools. It's just that they don't teach you how to work with an actual client or how to turn your health and wellness knowledge into a real-life, lucrative, money-making business. So after mentoring thousands of coaches in our graduate education at Holistic MBA and watching their coaching practices and their health and their lives and their income completely turn around, our coaches started telling us, like, hey, I really wish I'd been able to study with you from the very beginning. Like, I wish I had known this stuff from the start, because I would have saved so much time and money and confusion if I had known back then what I learned through Holistic MBA about turning health coaching from a hobby into a real career. So Stacy and I spent the last 4 years researching all the different health coaching certifications that are out there, and up until now, the best that you can find teaches you a lot about diet and nutrition, and they allude to building a business when you graduate, but we've been on the receiving end. We see those thousands of coaches who graduate, and guess what? These schools generally teach great nutrition information, but they don't teach coaching skills, and the little business building that they may offer just doesn't make you feel confident enough to actually launch a business that works. And after that initial training, at most schools, you're usually left to figure it out all on your own. Like, you're kind of done. There's no additional support, and if there is, it's not really specific to making this a real-life career. So we started thinking, like, man, wouldn't it be a relief to find a school that had already thought all this through and designed the curriculum so that you can have the health and wellness knowledge, the coaching skills, and the business laid out for you, so you could start seeing clients and making money and really laying a foundation for a new career while you're still in school. And the more we thought about that, the more we just became obsessed with the idea, and we knew we had to create this Become a Health Coach certification training for you so that you can get our best secrets for becoming a masterful health coach and launching a successful career from the beginning of your journey, instead of coming to us several years later and thousands of dollars later after lots of tears and lots of frustration and on the verge of quitting and crying, what went wrong? So when you start your training with us and become a health coach, you're starting out your training the right way. You're learning from coaches who achieved the result that you want to achieve, and that we can show you exactly how we did it. And what that means for you is that you'll come out of the Become a Health Coach certification feeling confident and equipped to build a health coaching practice that ultimately makes you a great living while you live a great life.
I love that.
Yeah. Very exciting.
So let's go into what is a health coach. Some of you might be thinking, this sounds exciting, but I'm not totally sure what a health coach actually is. Yeah. So let's define that for you, or better yet, let's redefine it. Even though health coaching is a relatively new profession, it's one of the most exciting, lucrative industries to be in right now and for years to come. According to the U.S. Department of Labor, the number of health coaches employed in the U.S. is expected to grow 21% by 2022. That's in the next 7 years. Over the same period, overall employment growth is projected at 10.8%. Healthcare and social assistant, the bucket that health coaches fall into, is projected to be the fastest growing source of employment in the economy. The average salaries of health coaches are estimated to be in the range of $50,000 to $75,000, with the top 10% of health coaches earning $100,000 and above. What that means is that people are definitely looking for and paying for alternative ways to feel better already. And they'll be doing that more in the years to come.
Yeah, absolutely. And we believe that health coaches will change the future of healthcare, and that's a big claim. So why do we believe that? Well, there are 160 million Americans that are suffering from chronic lifestyle diseases like heart disease, obesity, and diabetes. And the interesting thing about that is that they account for 78% of our healthcare costs. 78%. That's a staggering financial burden, and that's just in the United States. Now, what's even more staggering is, according to Dr. Mark Hyman, Dr. Dean Ornish, and Dr. Michael Roizen in a recent paper about healthcare reform, is that simple diet and lifestyle changes can prevent 93% of diabetes, 81% of heart attacks, 50% of strokes, and 6% of cancers. Holy crap, that's amazing. So if simple diet and lifestyle changes are so effective, and they are, then wouldn't it make sense that when people learn how to eat healthy and take care of themselves, they'll do it, right? I mean, that would make sense. It's like, oh, wow, if this is so effective, it makes sense that when someone learns it, they're actually going to do it and take care of themselves, right? Therein lies the problem, or as Shakespeare would say, there's the rub. Because people do not do what they are told to do, or even what they know they should do. And this may be true for you too. I know it's true for Stacy and for myself. So let's play a game together. Let's imagine right now, in this moment, that you will never learn any more information about health or wellness than you already know right now at this very moment. So you're going to imagine right now, no more information, you'll never learn anything again. And that's it. Got it? Okay, good. You're doing great. Now, what are 3 things that you already know you could be doing for your health, but aren't? God, I can think of 3 right off the bat. So write those down in you can write them in your action guide. There's a space for that, or just in notes or wherever you happen to be. So as you're writing these down, remember, in this game, you're not learning any more health or wellness information. So these 3 things are 3 things that you already know how to do, but you're not doing them. So for me, for an example, would be I am not tracking how much water I drink every day. I know I'm not drinking enough, but I'm not taking the action to track it and follow through and make sure I do it. So something simple like that. Okay, so do you have your 3? And if you don't, that's okay, even if it's just 1 or 2. So as you look at those 1 or 2 or 3 things that you know you could be doing but you aren't, you want to ask yourself a really important question, which is, what stops you from doing them? As I ask myself, what stops me from getting a pitcher, a 32-ounce pitcher, and filling it with water and putting it in my fridge? I know to do it, but I don't do it. What is stopping me from that? And I'm a health coach. So the question of what is stopping you from taking the action, that is where the true value of health coaching lies. To help you clear away what's stopping you from taking action so that you can finally get the results that you want.
Often it's not that people don't know what to do, it's that they don't do it. We're creatures of habit. 95% of our behavior occurs out of habit, either unconsciously or in reaction to external demands. Since we're creatures of habit, then it follows that if you can change someone's habits, then you are changing the very thing that determines their health and quality of life. Simply said, when you change a habit, you change a life. What is a habit? A habit, or habits, are the #1 determiners of health. Habits are the little rituals you do every day, like going to the bathroom and brushing your teeth when you first wake up. The daily dread of the 45-minute wardrobe blues when you have a whole closet full of clothes but nothing to wear. Habits are looking in the mirror and seeing your flaws first instead of your beauty. It's a habit to get sleepy and snacky around 3 p.m. and then hitting the Starbucks. It's a habit to go to sleep at 3 a.m. after binge watching episodes of Downton Abbey or Homeland. Or making poor food choices out of desperation, like eating 5 pieces of toast or a protein bar at dinner but not feeling satisfied, so double binging on a bar of chocolate or a pint of ice cream. We all have habits. Some habits are health promoting, and some habits are health destroying. We believe health coaches can make a massive impact, more than any other health professional, in helping people change their habits, so habits become more health promoting and less health destroying.
Yeah, so in Become a Health Coach, we will certainly teach you everything you need to know about nutrition and health and wellness, but we're going to do more than that. Because here's a super ninja health coaching secret that most people do not learn until after they've gone through years of health coach training and after they've struggled for years to build a health coaching practice. This is incredibly important, and the fact that you know this now is going to put you way ahead of most other people who are going into health coach training. And the super ninja coaching secret is that knowledge does not equal behavior change. Knowledge does not equal behavior change. Now, this is a truth about health coaching in the real world that most health coach training programs just aren't going to tell you. But we believe here at Become a Health Coach that you want and that you're ready for the truth about what it takes to become an outstanding health coach in the real world. And the truth is that for the majority of people, making a change in their health without the right system, without the right support, and without the right accountability is extremely difficult, if not downright impossible. Now, why is that? Why is that?
Well, here's another little super ninja coaching secret that you will not learn in any other health coach or nutrition training. And it's what makes the Become a Health Coach certification a completely unique health coaching education. Here it is. No matter how good your nutrition, health, and wellness advice is, the client won't get results unless you learn how to address the underlying reason for staying stuck. The underlying reason has something to do with what we call the 3 basic human needs. Those 3 needs are love, safety, and belonging. Now, each of us has unique coding or programming in our brains that tells us when to go forward with something and when to slam on the brakes. Here's an example. Picture yourself with a rubber band around your waist on one side, and on the other side of the rubber band is a big, strong pole, like a telephone pole. And that telephone pole represents your beliefs about what you need to do, be, or have to feel loved, to feel safe, and like you belong. So the rubber band is around you, and let's call the telephone pole the pole of beliefs. Now, imagine that you start walking away from the pole towards the result that you want. Maybe it's size 4 jeans, more energy, a flat, calm tummy, or a booming health coaching practice. And as you're walking towards that result, the rubber band is being pulled tighter and tighter against your skin because it's still firmly around the pole of beliefs. And that pole of beliefs is not bending. It's standing strong and firm. And the rubber band gets tighter and tighter as you get closer and closer towards what you want. Eventually, the rubber band stops stretching and snaps or retracts you back to the pole of beliefs.
Yeah, if you've ever thought to yourself, it feels like something is holding me back, that is quite literally what's happening. And what's holding you back is that pole of beliefs, which is your programming or your subconscious beliefs about what you need to do or be or have to keep the feelings of love, safety, and belonging intact.
Yeah, let's give an example. Let's say Carrie is a part-time actress and a part-time coach, which she was for many years. And let's just say she wants to lose 10 pounds to look great on camera. So Carrie enrolls in the Become a Health Coach certification training to help herself lose weight and get healthy. She starts losing weight. She's doing really well. her confidence is up, and she starts booking more roles on television. Plus, she's getting health coaching clients consistently and is making more and more money every month. Meanwhile, her starving artist friends see her getting ahead. She's the only one no longer complaining about where the rent is coming from, and her friends start to push her out. Why? Because it suddenly feels like she's no longer one of us. She's not one of those struggling artists. Part of the rules of belonging in the starving artist tribe is struggle. So if Carrie is no longer financially struggling, it feels like she loses her sense of belonging. This will feel like a dangerous inner conflict. If I lose weight, then I will lose my friends, which creates a strong pull in the opposite direction from what she wants. Now, if Carrie doesn't shift her beliefs on this, then there's a really good chance that her subconscious mind will find, let's say, creative ways to gain back the weight that she's lost. If we have a subconscious objection to keeping the weight off, we'll gain it back, sometimes in creative ways that others would call bad luck. So it might look like, oh no, I got sick and couldn't exercise, gained 4 pounds. Oh no, so upset I ate 3 pints of ice cream. Oh no, I had a girls' night out and drank way more than I wanted to, again. Carrie's rubber band is still tied to a really strong, unbending pole of beliefs, and that is trying to keep her feelings of love, safety, and belonging intact. So in order for Carrie to get what she wants, her coach has to know how to start moving the pole of beliefs so it aligns with what Carrie wants to manifest in her life now instead of holding her back. It resolves that inner conflict.
Yeah, this is actually the best explanation of self-sabotage that you'll ever hear. There actually is no such thing as self-sabotage. It's just that when we get close to what we want, we end up snapping back into that pole of beliefs. And if we as health coaches don't have the skill to move the pole of beliefs, in other words, to shift the client's belief about what they need to do to keep love, safety, and belonging intact, then no lasting change will stick for them, no matter how good your nutrition, health, and wellness knowledge is. And I'm going to say that again because this is something you will not learn anywhere else. If we as coaches, health coaches in particular, don't have the skill to move the pole of beliefs so that our clients can align with what they want instead of being held back, then no lasting change will stick for your clients or for yourself, no matter how good your nutrition, health, or wellness knowledge is. And this is the truth about getting healthy that no health coach training will tell you, and it is the reason that we created Become a Health Coach. Because we think this is information you need to know now, at the beginning of your journey, instead of spending thousands of dollars and years of frustration wondering why what you're doing isn't working for yourself or for your clients. Now, why is this pole of beliefs thing true? Like, how do we even know that this is accurate? So let's look at the structure and the wiring of your brain to find out. And don't worry, this is not a complicated science lesson. Stacy was a cookie and pie taster, and I went to a theater conservatory for college. So we promise that this is really simple stuff to understand. So courtesy of evolution, we all have more than one brain. And each brain has a different set of instructions and descriptions about how to keep us safe in the world. So let's look at the 3 brains. They are the brainstem, the limbic system, and the cortex.
Yeah, let's go deeper into each one. The first brain to develop was the brainstem, or the critter brain. Your critter brain is in charge of the physical, so this is your heart rate, breathing, blood sugar, anything to do with keeping you alive physically. It's constantly taking a recording of the entire neural system and categorizing it in terms of risk versus safety. So where is survival or love, safety, and belonging feeling threatened? When those things are feeling threatened, it feels like we're going to die. So the critter brain does not like change. It doesn't like unpredictability. It gets pretty set with what it knows can keep love, safety, and belonging intact. This is why we all have patterns. Patterns repeat themselves. Why? Because to the critter brain, if you have survived an experience once, that experience is worth repeating because you didn't die the first time, right? It basically gets coded as part of the recipe for survival. If you survived an experience once, the critter brain goes, oh, that experience must be required for continued survival. Why? Because you didn't die the first time. You're still alive. So let's keep doing that experience that kept you alive, even if it's not an experience you actually want.
Right. So for some of us, what is survivable is losing weight and gaining it back, which is why we do it over and over and over again. And for some of us, what's survivable is a bad relationship. So we keep having the same one over and over again, or the same fight with our spouse. And guess what? We keep not dying. So to the critter brain, it's working. Because anything new gets coded as unfamiliar. And to the critter brain, unfamiliar equals risky equals unsafe.
Let's look at the second brain to develop, which was the limbic system. The limbic system is concerned with generating emotions. It uses emotions to promote a sense of safety and well-being. And these emotions, they can drive us towards or away from experiences that affect love, safety, and belonging. So let's say a new experience occurs. Of course, your critter brain will signal danger because the critter brain doesn't like anything new. It doesn't like change or unpredictability or unfamiliar. So your critter brain will signal danger. And then the limbic system will generate the emotions that will bring in a feeling of safety and well-being. But sometimes the feeling could be a feeling of anxiety or fear, so that we move away from a new experience.
Yeah, so the third brain to develop was the cortex, or we call it the human brain. And the cortex deals with the logical human conscious mind. And this is the part of us that justifies our choices and behaviors and makes meaning out of our feelings and experiences. So, for example, when potential clients are considering whether or not to invest in your coaching programs, this is fairly advanced. We're jumping you to where you're already getting clients and teaching you what's going to happen when that happens. When potential clients are considering whether or not to invest in your coaching programs and they suddenly feel scared or skeptical, it's because likely their critter brain may have said, no freaking way. Because working with you means that they're going to experience something new, and the critter brain does not like change. So then the potential client's limbic system is going to load up fear, anxiety, skepticism. And then the cortex, or human brain, has to make sense of those feelings. In other words, the cortex is coming up with a reason to justify the critter brain slamming on the brakes and screeching, no way, we're not making a change. And the cortex does this beautifully, coming up with reasons that justify potentially saying no to you or backing out of your coaching program in a way that you feel as the coach that you can't criticize or hold them at fault. Like a potential client might say to you, I want to think about it. Can I call you next week? Or they'll say, I'm not sure this is right for me. Or they'll say, this is too expensive. I can't afford it. Or I'm not ready yet, or it's not the right time. Rarely will a potential client simply say to you, no, I choose not to do your program now, that is all. That will never happen. They'll always have a logical reason or rationalization to confirm for themselves and to you that they're making the right choice, because that settles the critter brain who's trying to make sure that they're okay. This is a really sophisticated system. So let's notice the enormous difference between what drives the critter brain and what drives the cortex, or the human brain. So the main driver of the brainstem, or the critter brain, is fear, with the goal of survival and no change. Now the main driver of the cortex, or the human brain, is love, with the goals of learning, expansion, and basically nothing but change. So our human brain, or our cortex, is always imagining things being different and better, while our critter brain simultaneously is trying to make sure that everything stays the same. And then the limbic system is just trying to keep the peace between the two. So let's look at an example of how this conflict between the human brain and the critter brain plays out in a health coaching relationship. This is something you are not going to hear anywhere else. So let's say you're a health coach and you have a client who binge eats ice cream at night. Now, most health coaching schools are going to teach you to help your client stop binge eating by doing another action instead, like making sure she eats enough during the day, balancing protein and carbs and fat so she doesn't have cravings. If the urge to binge eat comes up, to call a friend, to write in a journal, to have sex, to take a walk, or to drink water. And that advice is it's going to appeal to your client's cortex or human brain, and she's going to get excited, and she's going to think, ooh, there's hope. All of these cool pieces of advice can stop me from binging. And for a few days, she's able to call a friend. She's able to eat more during the day. She's able to write in a journal until she's pulled her rubber band so far from her pole of beliefs that the rubber band gets so tight that it triggers her critter brain. And the critter brain goes, wait a minute. I notice you're not binging. Something is changing here, and we are not safe. And then the limbic system comes into play, and it's up nervousness, anxiety, and tension that mounts so high that your client feels like she's going to burst unless she binge eats. So she does. And then she feels horrible and ashamed and like she's failed again. And maybe she skips her next session with you to hide how ashamed she is. Or maybe she blames you and says your program doesn't work and she wants her money back. Or maybe she just bawls her eyes out on the phone to you, and you as the coach feel like, oh my gosh, I'm terrible. I suck as a coach. I am a fraud, because you've tried everything with this client. You've given her the right advice. You've given her action steps. You've changed her diet during the day so she shouldn't be hungry at night. You've done everything, and technically it should be working, but it's not. And you feel horrible, like maybe you shouldn't be doing this health coaching thing after all because you can't even help your client put down the pint of Ben & Jerry's every night. And then you become really scared and really nervous to get any more clients, let alone charge higher fees, because you're afraid that you really actually don't know how to help anyone. And you start to feel stuck and overwhelmed in your business, which is conveniently paralyzing, because then you don't have to put yourself out there and face your sort of secret fear that you're really not a good coach. Now, how do we know that this scenario will happen to you when you graduate from other health coach training programs? Because this is the experience of literally thousands of coaches who graduate from health coach trainings and have come to us at Holistic MBA. They come to us frustrated, desperate, ready to quit, until we teach them how to really coach in a way that works for you. In a way that works. But it doesn't have to be that way for you, because when you enroll and become a health coach, we train you in a coaching methodology right from the start that helps you resolve the conflict between the human brain and the critter brain for your client, so that you can help her be different without her having to do any work. This is a huge deal. When you help your client resolve the conflict between the human brain and the critter brain, you can help her be different without her having to do any work, because all parts of her are aligned, which means it's safe to take the actions that will result in losing weight or getting rid of sugar and caffeine or balancing blood sugar and hormones or having more energy and getting healthy and feeling great. So you'll think of the three brains like a stoplight. If you have a green light in the human brain, meaning the human brain is saying, yippee, change, but the critter brain has a red light and it's saying, danger, no, then you won't get the result. You have to have a green light in all three brains in order for change to stick. And this completely changes the conversation around what it means to be a health coach. It's not about how much knowledge you have that determines your success or failure as a health coach or at getting yourself healthy. I want to say that again. It's not about how much health and wellness knowledge you have that determines your success or failure as a health coach or at getting yourself healthy. It's about whether or not you have the skill to help your client or yourself get a green light in all three brains. And this is how at Become a Health Coach, we are redefining health coaching. Health coaches are masters of habit change. Now, for those of you who are as excited as we are, and you're ready to take this learning further and deeper, let's take a sneak peek at the Become a Health Coach training so that you can get a sense of what you'll be learning, and how you can turn your passion for health and for helping people into a lucrative career that serves you, that serves your family, and that serves the world. So the Become a Health Coach training is carefully designed so that you can launch a new, exciting career as a professional health coach in just 6 months from anywhere in the world. And you can see information about the training at a particular URL. This is going to be in your chat. It is www.healthcoach.holisticmba.com/special. And that's a lot of words, so if you're like, what? Don't worry about it. That link will be in your chat. Again, it's healthcoach.holisticmba.com/special. You can get information on the training there. You can download the course catalog, and you can take a tour of the curriculum with us.
Great. So, by the way, I just love that 3 brains concept. I think it's so amazing.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the curriculum a little bit. The curriculum is based on 4 pillars. We call these the 4 pillars of a successful health coach. Think of them like the 4 legs of a chair. If any one of these legs is missing, the chair falls. Those 4 pillars are health and wellness, transformational coaching skills, personal growth, and proven marketing and simple business systems. All 4 pillars are crucial for you to have a solid foundation under you when you graduate so that you're prepared for success in the real world.
Yeah, let's walk through each of these pillars in more depth because we only have a limited time together today. We're going to quickly run through of some of what you're going to be learning in each of the 4 pillars. And then, of course, for those of you who want to see everything that's included, you can download the course catalog at healthcoach.holisticmba.com/special. So let's talk about pillar 1, health and wellness. We've talked a lot about coaching skills, and now let's talk about our take on health and wellness, because a solid foundation in nutrition, health, and wellness, it is important for success as a health coach and for getting yourself healthy. But here's the thing, when you're a health coach, you don't need to know everything about nutrition. In fact, it would take you years of schooling and sorting out all of the conflicting, confusing nutrition information out there. There are as many different diets as there are people on the planet. So what we want to pass on to you is what we call essential nutrition. And essential nutrition is the only health and wellness knowledge that really matters when you work with clients. And how do we know that? Because we've coached thousands of clients, and we discovered that 80% of what we learned in studying nutrition for years, we just never used because the information or the protocols were too complicated for most clients to follow or even for us to totally understand. The other 20%, though, is gold. So what we've done is distilled down to that essential 20% and put it into really easy to use concepts and checklists so that you can feel confident using the information to work with clients and get them tangible results. So that's why at Become a Health Coach, our nutrition philosophy is called Essential Nutrition, and it's based on 4 main principles. And let's go through those now. So the first principle is that multiple dietary theories can be understood at a glance. It seems from the outside that this is complicated, like, oh, there's so many different diets and I need to know all these theories. But in Module 1 of our training, we show you how to learn 100 dietary theories in 10 minutes. And truthfully, it's actually very easy when you learn the trick, and it will save you thousands of hours of sort of needless nutrition study. The second essential nutrition principle is that healthy food does not necessarily mean it's healthy for you. Like we said, there are as many different diets as there are people on the planet. And what we want to show you in Become a Health Coach is how do you discover the perfect diet for you? And of course, how do you help your clients do that? And the perfect diet for you does exist, but you really won't find it in any diet book. So we want to share that process with you. The essential nutrition principle number 3 is that counting chemicals trumps counting calories. So this is forget points, forget diets. I'm sure if you guys are like me, I've done every diet in the book. And did you know that 98% of dieters gain the weight back and sometimes end up weighing more than they did before the diet? So we'll show you how to help your clients and yourself lose weight for good, if that's a concern for you, while you're eating rich and delicious and luxurious, high quality and nutrient dense foods. And then essential nutrition principle number 4 is that to help your clients and yourself lose weight, gain energy, balance blood sugar, resolve digestive issues, heal fatigue, overcome binge eating and emotional eating, cure cravings, stop chronic dieting, fall in love with your bodies, and finally be comfortable in your skin. There are really only 6 questions that every health coach must know how to ask and how to answer. These are the old 6W questions from if you ever took a journalism, you know what these are, and the questions are what to eat, how to eat, when to eat, why eat, where to eat, and who you are when you eat. And as we share how to ask and answer all of those questions, you'll see that they encompass all of the essential nutrition knowledge that you need to know, and they put it in a structure that makes it very easy for you to share with clients and for them to use. So essential nutrition is the become a health coach way of turning theory, which is interesting but not particularly useful, into practice in a way that clients can use and will thank you for. Now, in the health and wellness pillar, you'll see a graphic where you'll receive tons of done-for-you materials, checklists, and cheat sheets on all kinds of things. I'm a big fan of a cheat sheet and a checklist. So we have all kinds of information for you in this pillar. Plus, we're going to have a simple done-for-you detox program in this pillar that you can offer to your clients and experience for yourself. So let me share with you, what does a done-for-you program mean? Well, what that means for you is that it doesn't require any work on your part. You don't have to create the program. There are no supplements to buy. We do all the work for you. We give you the session outlines and the client handouts, and the detox is really, it's a very gentle detox that's designed to help your clients build their intuition about nutrition, get quick results, which clients love, and really reset their bodies for optimal health. Okay, so that's pillar 1. Let's go on to pillar 2, and this is about transformational coaching skills. So, you know, there's lots of decent health coaches out there, but there are not that many masterful health coaches. And we want to change that. We want to help you leap into that top 10% of coaches that are making 6 figures or more, if that's what you so desire. And in pillar 2, we'll teach you the foundation of a coaching methodology that helps you get the green light in all 3 brains, which by now you know is required to get lasting results for yourself and for your clients. We're also going to share another done-for-you health coaching program. It's called the 90-Day Total Transformation. And this health coaching program is taken straight from Stacy's 6-figure health coaching practice. So this is something that she used with her own clients for years and got wonderful results. And the thing that's really special about this program is that it's embedded with transformational coaching method techniques that keep your clients engaged and gets them results. And of course, you'll receive complete session outlines, there's scripting, there's coaching question sequences, client handouts. You're never going to be in a position where you're trying to guess what you're supposed to say to a client. We'll also show you how do you offer your program in a way that prospective clients really can't wait to work with you. And how do you effectively coach on objections, understanding the critter brain reactions to change, so that you can turn no into yes with integrity and authenticity. And we'll also show you how do you create, because many of you may have your own modalities. We'll show you within the materials that we give you and Become a Health Coach, how do you create your own signature health coaching program? How do you customize that 90-day intensive structure? And we're going to pull back the curtain and reveal what no other health coaching school can teach you about the secrets to creating a coaching program that gets results. There are very specific things that you have to do in very specific sessions. You won't learn this anywhere else, and we are going to show that to you in Pillar 2. Plus, of course, we'll have all kinds of done-for-you materials, scripts, checklists, handouts, templates, etc. Now, for those of you who would love to learn more about what's included in Pillar 1 and Pillar 2, you can always go to healthcoach.holisticmba.com/special, and you can download, the link is on the slide, it will be in the chat, and you can download our course catalog there. Let's go into Pillar 3. So Pillar 3 is interesting. It's about personal growth. And Stacy, we've had some people ask us, well, why is that a pillar? How does that apply? How does that apply to health coaching education? Do you want to share why that might be?
Sure. Um, so why is personal growth so important that it's a pillar of your health coaching education? Well, three reasons. First, transformation starts with you. The only way to change the world is to start by creating change in yourself and in your life. And the Become a Health Coach program is an opportunity to break out of your old patterns, ruts, fears, and stopping points so you can walk your talk and break through into the best version of you. Second, you can only take a client as far as you are willing to go. When you're a health coach, you'll end up coaching clients on every important area of their lives. We call these important areas the Big Five. And the Big Five is health, money, love or relationship, your calling or career, and your connection to something greater. And when something is out of whack in one area of your life or your client's life, chances are that there's something out of whack in another area. In your health coaching sessions, clients will come to you with problems and challenges in every single area of the Big Five. Now, the transformational coaching skills, it gives you a coaching method that works for every area. This is what you're going to be learning in the Become a Health Coach certification. But to become a truly masterful health coach, you can't just have a bunch of techniques. You must continue your own personal growth in the Big Five areas of your life. Why? Because you can only take your clients as far in their lives as you are willing to go in yours, right? So you know what that experience is like. Now, the third reason that personal growth is a pillar is that your coaching practice and your income can only grow as big as you are. Enrolling in the Become a Health Coach certification means stretching your beliefs about who you are, what you're capable of, and what's possible for you. To do that, we'll work on transforming your relationship with money. Oh boy, we are going to talk about money.
We're going to talk about money.
People don't like to talk about money. They really avoid it. And it's a fascinating topic when you really start to understand what your relationship to money is. Most people, including us, and we've done a lot of work around this, but most people are coming from a place of scarcity or a poverty mentality around money, which really prevents them from surging forward, maybe in business or career or lifestyle. So we're going to explore how to ask for and receive support from your spouse or your partner or other loved ones in your life, and we'll explore how to connect your career to your life purpose. And we'll show you why looking and feeling beautiful is a decision that has nothing to do with how you look. And we'll, of course, start to heal your relationship with money, so that you can create the kind of financial freedom having a career that you actually love versus being a slave to a paycheck.
Yeah, if I may just jump in for a second and say, like, this is another thing that you won't get at any other health coaching training. They won't tell you that when you become a health coach, you're also becoming a money coach, because you're talking to potential clients about fees every day. And so you are talking with people about money, and this is a topic that you have to explore for yourself, or you won't be able to be a powerful coach for your clients around this topic, and you need to be.
And I'll just say that a lot of people get really scared of hearing that, like, oh my God, I'm going to ask people for money. And I'll tell you that the thousands of coaches we have worked with, most of them, probably 85% of them, have come in and been scared of that conversation. And after going through this process and this training, you realize that the money conversation is a powerful personal growth and transformative experience. And people come to us all the time now and say, I actually look forward to that conversation. I can't wait, because the moment that someone says yes to investing in themselves is a breakthrough that changes the course of their life forever. They are yesing themselves and their own desires and their own health and well-being and their own potential. So in Pillar 3, all of this is going to be happening in Pillar 3. And Pillar 3 includes lots of done-for-you materials, scripts, checklists, handouts templates, and bonuses, as you have seen in the other pillars as well. So we're going to be covering things in the big 5 areas of your life. We're going to be talking about self-sabotage and how to ask for what you want and get it, and feminine and masculine energy, and connecting your career to your purpose, and all kinds of things in that pillar. Let's go on to pillar number 4. Pillar number 4 is proven marketing and simple business systems. So when we thought about this training, and when we gathered, we were researching all the different health coach certifications, and one of the things that was missing, there's like this grand assumption that just because you have the health or nutrition training, that you'll be able to just like go out there, maybe get an office, or hang your shingle, and clients will just come to you, and it, like, just because you have your degree or your certification, like, you have a professional career. And it doesn't work that way. You actually need to learn how to start a business. So we included pillar 4 to be all about going pro. Our mission is not just to give you a great health education. You are making an investment. We are committed to having you see a return on that investment, both in your personal life and in your professional life. Our intention is to help you make a great living while living a great life, which is why we're including an expanded, powerful, and proven marketing and business module. We believe this is so important that we're actually gifting you with 2 additional months at no extra cost of business training after the 6-month certification training completes. The systems you will learn have worked for us, and they've worked for thousands of our graduates. Chances are extremely good that they'll work for you too. In the pillar 4, in these 2 additional bonus months, you're going to discover a simple system to make your first or next $5,000 as a health coach. Pretty cool. You're going to learn how to get clients from networking and referrals. So how do you get people to actually refer you to other people? You're going to learn how to get clients from doing talks and workshops. You're going to learn how to get clients online. So even if you live in a small town or a rural area, or if you don't live in the States and you're worried about, like, there's no one, who am I going to be able to, who's going to hire me in my town? Like, there's no one here. You're going to learn how to get clients online. And also, even if you don't like or don't get technology, we'll make it really easy. You're going to learn how to price your programs. So how do you know what to charge? You're going to learn how to schedule clients and prioritize your to-do list so you can maximize time, even if you have kids, a job, or hobbies and passions outside of your health coaching pursuit. And you'll also learn how to become confident, courageous, and client attractive as a health coach. Pillar 4, we're including lots of done-for-you materials, scripts, checklists, handouts, templates, and bonuses. These are things that have taken us years to put together. This, is something that I think Carrie and I can honestly say we wish we would have had when we first started out, would have shortcut our success.
Oh my God.
By a lot. By years.
By years.
And a lot of headache. I mean, before there wasn't mentorship like this or templates like this that were specifically designed for health coaches. They didn't exist. Carrie and I were up until 3 o'clock in the morning building our practices and writing things and researching and trying to figure it out on our own. And you don't have to do that. We've already done it for you. So you'll see all kinds of done-for-you materials in this pillar to help you go pro. Now, we also have a marketing pillar super bonus. And like I was saying before, our intention is to make it as easy as possible for you to go pro, which is why we are gifting you with this marketing super bonus. Upon graduation, you will receive a personalized website, a private client portal with calendar and scheduling capabilities, a contact management system for getting clients online, email marketing capability, invoicing and reporting. And one of the reasons we include this is because it's so hard when you first go pro. You're like, oh my God, I don't I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have a website. I need a website before I can get clients. And we get in this paralyzing perfectionism. And we wanted to just forget all that. Let's just make this easy and hand it to you so that as soon as you graduate, you already have that sense of confidence and feeling like you're a professional. This will help you attract clients quickly, get organized, automate your business, and easily facilitate a smooth professional experience that turn your clients into raving fans. Plus, we've got some amazing bonuses. We've got live training events. So this is mostly an online training, but becoming a student of the Become a Health Coach certification does give you access to training and me and Carrie.
Stacey, I think you cut out for just 1 second there. So you said it gives you access to...
I said it gives you access to at least one live training event a year. We generally have these on the East and West Coast, and these events are led by me and Carrie. And you'll get to join over 500 like-minded, passionate, and committed health coaches to learn business building skills and advanced transformational coaching method techniques. Now, this is a bonus for you. You're going to get everything you need to go pro in your 6-month Become a Health Coach certification. But this is a great way to get off your computer, out of the isolation of building a practice on your own, and get with like-minded people, highly ambitious, to get inspired and advance your coaching skills to continue your education. Speaking of continuing education, we like to say an expert is someone who continues to study and learn. So one of the other benefits of studying with us here is that we offer world-class continuing education and graduate-level training in coaching skills, personal growth, business and marketing to support you as your business grows. Now, as your business grows and as you grow, you're going to need to continue to learn, or else it gets stagnant and stuck. We can fall into ruts. And so we'll continue to learn and to continue to inspire with our advanced trainings. Plus, as a Become a Health Coach graduate, you'll have complimentary access to our highly active alumni community for networking, masterminding, and collaborating. Some of our previous grads had gone on to become business partners, which is just really incredible. And they come in as strangers, they leave as best friends. It's just an amazing community. So how are you going to learn? Your training is released in weekly lessons with our private members-only website. Each lesson contains short, step-by-step training videos. You can download transcripts, done-for-you templates to use with your clients. We've got cheat sheets, checklists, easy-to-implement action guides so you know what action to take. Each lesson builds on the last so you know exactly what to focus on first, second, third, etc. to go pro. And plus, your members area will track your progress throughout the course. Our goal is to make your online learning experience smooth, easy, and fun. And I really love that these are just in digestible chunks. You're not going to get like 3-hour training lessons. These are going to be like short snippets. So it's like you get the learning and then you go and put it into action. We're also offering multimedia formats because people like to learn in all different ways. Some people like to watch, listen, or read. So trainings are delivered in 3 convenient media formats: video, audio, or MP3s, and PDF. So you can watch, listen, or read based on how you learn best. What I love about that is that means that you can listen to the trainings or watch the videos while you're cooking or in your car or taking a walk. So that makes it really, really convenient. We've also got interactive weekly skills labs. This is a key to this training. There's a lot of trainings where you're just taking in information without ever the opportunity to apply it or try it on. We like to say knowledge without practice is meaningless. The weekly skills labs are the place to apply what you're learning and actually practice the coaching skills in a safe environment so you hone your skills and feel complete confidence when you start working with paying clients. The skills lab is basically where you partner up, we partner you up with a buddy and you'll get to know other people in the training, is that we give you like a coaching sequence, and you'll partner with a buddy, and you get to actually practice that both as coach and client. So you're getting access to experience the coaching skills, or the coaching that you'll be also giving to your own clients. So you'll have an experience of it for yourself, which is really key. Now, we've also got a coaching demo library. One of the best ways to gain confidence and skill as a health coach is to listen to Masterful Health Coaches Coach. You'll have access to a library of masterclass coaching demos that you'll want to listen to over and over again.
You'll also have office hours with us. I think it's one thing to come into a school. It's another thing to be able to talk to us directly. One of the benefits of Become a Health Coach is the benefit of our experience. So you get to work with us. We'll laser in and coach you on transforming your own health. We'll help you master the new coaching skills that you're learning. We'll coach you on building a business that's right for you. And we'll help you create the lifestyle of your dreams, and those are in the office hours directly with us. So that means you get direct access to us consistently throughout the training. You'll also have an interactive online community, and it's so awesome. It's just our students come in, like Stacy said, as strangers and leave the best of friends or business partners. Everybody is incredibly supportive, incredibly respectful, loving, thoughtful, considerate. It's really a beautiful community. So let's recap. Here's what you'll receive when you enroll and become a health coach. 24 weekly training videos on the 4 pillars of a successful health coach. 24 skills labs to practice and apply what you've learned. Bi-weekly office hours with Stacy and myself. Hundreds of done-for-you scripts and checklists and templates and client handouts. If we printed them all out, you would have a couple textbooks worth. A library of masterclass coaching demos. This is something I wanted so badly, but never had access to when I was training. A comprehensive list of business-building resources. You'll receive a done-for-you simple 14-day detox program, complete with marketing materials. A done-for-you 90-day Total Transformation Health Coaching Program, also complete with marketing materials. The bonus Go Pro tools, including the personalized website, automated marketing, and a client management platform. Live training events each year. A 24/7 student and alumni interactive online community. You'll receive eligibility for certification as a health coach from the Health Coach Institute. And eligibility for graduate level courses in business, marketing, personal growth, and advanced transformational coaching skills.
Yeah, and just, I know people are wondering, so the Health Coach Institute is a division of Holistic MBA, so just in case you're confused about that, and that will be the official certifying bodies that you'll be able to say that you are a graduate of the Health Coach Institute. And this, the Become a Health Coach 6-month certification training is perfect for you if you have a passion for healthy, vibrant living. It's perfect for you if you want a career that pays well, feels fulfilling, and makes a meaningful difference. It's perfect for you if you love to learn. And if you can see that if you are doing what you love and inspiring others, that you would feel less stress and more alive. Which means the other people that you love in your life that you're close to get the best version of you, that you have more energy for your kids, for your spouse, for your friends, for your family. It's perfect for you if you love to geek out on personal growth and you want to know the truth about what really works to change habits. It's perfect for you if you want skills that will make a positive impact in every area of your life. It's perfect for you if you want a career where you can express who you really are. It's perfect for you if you want the freedom to work flexible hours from anywhere in the world. And it's perfect for you if you want to be connected to an incredible community that inspires you. It's perfect for you if you can devote up to 3 hours per week on your training. People are always asking us, how much time should I plan for? So about 3 hours per week. And if you're committed to living the best life ever.
So we've shared a lot of information with you. So I just want to go over and highlight really what makes the school unique, and what makes this the only health coach certification training in the world where you're going to find certain things. And the first thing is the 4 pillars of a successful health coach, which of course are health and wellness, transformational coaching skills, personal growth, and then proven business and simple marketing systems. The second thing that makes us completely unique, and I promise you will not find anywhere, is the transformational coaching method. And that is a coaching methodology that will help your clients get the green light in all 3 brains so that they can successfully change their habits to get the results that they want, and not just in health, but in every area of their lives. Your confidence as a coach will soar when you have this method under your belt. And the methodology you have so many tools that clients will want to stay with you for years, and you'll be able to help them for years. The next thing that makes us different is our essential nutrition philosophy. And again, this is the distilled top 20% of nutrition, health, and wellness knowledge that your clients can truly use and will thank you for, and has a basis in functional nutrition. And we reference doctors like Dr. Mark Hyman and Dr. Andrew Weil, and this 20% of nutrition knowledge is not just stuff that we made up, but is widely agreed to be the things that make the difference. What's also different is a weekly skills lab. So to my knowledge, there's no other school that provides this, so that you can immediately practice and apply the coaching skills and the concepts that you're learning each week, instead of just having like a couple of random group meetings with people to talk about the training. Every week you're going in and immediately applying what you've learned. Because we just believe that knowledge without practice is meaningless, and we want you to learn this stuff not just in your head, but in your bones. The other thing that's really unique is direct access to Stacy and I through office hours, and those happen bi-weekly throughout the training so that we can coach you directly. We don't even coach privately anymore. You can't access us privately. This is the place where you do get to access us. It's an extraordinarily valuable component of the training. We include the bonus GoPro marketing tools. This is a really comprehensive online marketing machine plus a client management system, and it's in one platform that's very easy to use. You get 2 done-for-you health coaching programs, and both of them are straight from Stacy's 6-figure health coaching practice. So you know these aren't programs that we just sort of made up and we hope they work. They were proven to work with hundreds of clients, plus holistic MBA graduates have been using these programs for years. And what makes them really different and special, and that you'll learn in the training, is that they're embedded with transformational coaching method techniques. And the programs are structured in a very specific way. They keep your clients engaged and excited and taking action like never before. And if you don't have your coaching programs structured in a specific way, you'll notice that clients will self-sabotage, they will drop out, and they will disappear, and you'll be like, I don't know why this is happening. So you have to learn, how do you structure the coaching program the right way, and of course we share that with you and give you programs that are structured the right way. Also, we just have a rock-solid business and marketing education. It's specifically for health coaches. It's been proven for the last 5 years to have helped thousands of coaches get clients. Our graduates are making $3,000, $5,000, $10,000, $12,000, $20,000, $30,000. We have students that are making $49,000 a month. That's health coaches. So this is something that you can sort of rely on our track record for helping you build a real business as a health coach. Also, you're eligible for continuing education. This is something that most schools don't provide beyond maybe one additional course. You don't have to take continuing education, but if you want it, it's there for you in world-class graduate trainings in business and marketing and personal growth, and in advanced and mastery level transformational coaching skills. So those are all the things that really make us different from other trainings, and we really want to thank you for being here with us today, because this is just the first step of the amazing journey that you're about to take. Because health coaching is more than a career, it's a calling. And we truly believe that masterful health coaching will change the consciousness of the planet. And there's lots of decent health coaches out there, but there are not that many truly masterful coaches, and we want to change that. So what you can expect from Become a Health Coach is everything we've got to help you succeed, so that like our current graduates, 6 months from now, you will look back on this moment as the best decision you ever made for your career and for your personal growth. Now, we see some really great questions, and we want to answer them in just a moment. But first, we want to share a super special deal with you. Stacy, would you go ahead and share that?
Oops.
Stace?
Yep. Yeah, sorry.
Okay. No problem. I'm just getting a siren over here.
No problem. So we have a super special deal that is when you enroll in the Become a Health Coach certification by midnight, Friday the 13th, midnight Pacific time, you can receive up to $1,000 off of your tuition. An awesome deal.
That is an awesome deal.
To take advantage of this special deal, call 877-916-2242 to speak to an enrollment advisor. Our enrollment advisors are very friendly.
Would you mind repeating that number again? Because I don't think it's
yes,
up on the slide. And maybe our team can put that phone number in the chat.
Yeah, the phone number is 877-916-2242. And again, the deadline for that is midnight Pacific time, Friday the 13th, to receive $1,000 off of your tuition on all of the things that we've been talking about on this call, the whole 6-month certification training plus the 2 bonus months to go pro. And again, that phone number is 877-916-2242. And our enrollment advisors are really there to help you get clear on whether or not becoming a health coach is the right next step for you and what you want to look out for in your education. What are the things that will help you be the most successful and get the best return on your education investment?
Yeah, that's great. And there's just a couple of questions that we can answer before we complete here. And this first one is a really good question, and that is, are there exams for certification? Great question. Let's talk about what those certification requirements are. So the certification requirements are, we thought a lot about this, and we wanted to make them challenging enough so that you felt confident in your knowledge as a health coach, but not so much that the certification is like heavy testing, because the truth is we all have other things going on in our lives. You know, as adults, we have families, we have jobs, we have hobbies, we have parents to take care of, we have responsibilities. And so we wanted the certification requirements to really balance out that fine line between really helping you feel like, yeah, I do know this material, and without overwhelming you. So let's talk about those requirements. They're really simple. The first is attendance, and that's just completing 24 of the 24 training lessons, the video training lessons that are released every week. The nice thing about that is that your members area, when you'll watch the videos in that members area, and you can press complete on the lesson, so your member profile will track your lesson completion. You don't have to keep track of that. It's really a nice feature. So that's the first requirement. The second requirement is weekly skills labs. Now, there are going to be 24 skills labs, but to get certification, you only need to complete 12. Do we want you to complete 24? We would love for you to complete 24, but for certification, you only need to complete 12. The next requirement is, we say, satisfactory completion of 4 quizzes. Now, there's 1 quiz for each pillar. So for health and wellness, you'll have a quiz. For transformational coaching skills, you'll have a quiz. For personal growth, you'll have a quiz. And for business and marketing systems, you'll have a quiz. And these quizzes are going to be open book. You can take them more than once. You'll take the quizzes in your members area, so they'll be tracked and scored there. We don't want you to be intimidated by the quizzes. They'll show you that you know what you're doing. But we also design them because we want you to pass, and we want it to be easy for you to move through those. And I know some people love quizzes and tests, and some people don't, so we wanted to make something that works for everybody. The next requirement is completing what we call closing the deal conversations. A closing the deal conversation is an initial conversation that you'll have with a potential client, and it's a conversation that helps you determine, do you want to work with this potential client? And it helps the potential client determine, do I want to work with you, health coach? And what it is, it's closing the deal. It kind of sounds like selling, but what it really is a very powerful coaching conversation that is designed to help your client make a decision and take an action. Whether they work with you or not is not relevant, but whether you want them to, the conversation leads them to a decision and an action. This is a conversation that we teach you in Pillar 2, so very early in the training, you'll learn how to do this. I think you will be surprised and delighted about how powerful it is, how enjoyable it is. I think you're really going to love doing these practice conversations, and you only need to complete 6 of them, 6 practice conversations. And then the final requirement is also pretty simple. You'll take 2 practice clients through the entire 90-day health coaching program. We call it the Total Transformation. And you'll take 2 practice clients through all the way through, sessions 1 through 12. It's going to be so informative for you. It's going to help you build your confidence. And it's going to be, I think you'll probably notice that you'll have people jumping at the opportunity to be your practice client. So those are the requirements. There are 5. Again, very simple, and you have 1 year from the start date of your training to complete the requirements. So if for some reason, let's say something happens in your life, maybe you have a long vacation, or there's a family illness, or you're having a child, or there's some sort of life event that's occurring in the next year, and you're like, oh, I'm not sure if I could get this all done in 6 or 8 months. That's okay. We want to give you an entire year because, again, we have a lot of responsibilities and a lot of things are happening for all of us. So we wanted to make it easy for you to complete the certification requirements and give you plenty of time to do it. So you'll have a year to do so. Anything else that you'd add there, Stacy, about certification requirements?
I don't think so on certification.
And just to note that if you are going to the website for information, it's the healthcoach.holisticmba.com/special, that you can download the course catalog, but you can also enroll in the training there. I mean, we mentioned a phone number to talk with an advisor, which you're certainly welcome to do, and especially if you have questions, we really encourage it. But if you're like, man, I kind of know I'm on board, like I'm going for it, then you can also enroll in the training right on that information page. Brenda, question is asking, is this certification recognized in Canada, or is there a Canadian exam that needs to be passed to be able to call yourself a health coach? To my knowledge, there is no specific Canadian exam, or United States, or any country. There's no specific exam that exists anywhere to call yourself a health coach. This is such a new industry that it's not regulated in that way yet. So when you graduate as a health coach from a health coach training and you're certified by a certifying body, it should be valid in any country, any state. Something that's important to note, and why we think it's important to make sure that you are trained as a health coach versus a nutrition coach, is that in the United States, in some states, I think it's about 20, it is illegal to practice nutrition unless you're a registered dietitian. The ADA got a little uppity, I think, about competition from health coaches and tried to shut it down. But when you're a health coach, you're able to help people. Another reason why we feel like being trained as a health coach and understanding that you're a master of habit change is that habit change is not about nutrition. You're not in a position where you have nutrition in your title and flagged by a state that doesn't allow you to practice. As a health coach, you're helping people change their habits, and you can sell that as such, without running into any kind of trouble with the law. So when you are evaluating trainings, I would encourage you to make sure that you're choosing a training where nutrition is not part of your title, unless you already are a registered dietitian or you already are degreed, licensed, certified in some kind of modality that allows you to practice. Anything else you'd share there on that, Stacy?
I just love to reiterate that the health coaching industry is rapidly changing, and that becoming a master of habit change and having that be the main focus, like you're going to learn all of the essential nutrition in the Become a Health Coach certification training, but being a master of habit change is really a hole in the industry right now. And what's beautiful about it is that it perfectly positions you to ally with other health professionals instead of compete with them. You know, what we've seen is that when you're focused as nutrition, you're sort of competing with registered dietitians and functional medicine people and naturopathic doctors. And
Oops, Stacy, you just cut out. Stace? Uh-oh. Did we lose you? Or did I lose me? Hold on 1 second, guys. Just checking on our sound here. I think we lost Stacy, but that's okay. So Stacy was basically saying if you are going into a quote-unquote nutrition education, then you're kind of setting yourself up to be in competition with nutrition professionals who have studied, you know, their RDs and doctors and all that. It's very tricky. You know, one of the things that I think is different between us and some larger health coach trainings is that they offer nutrition education almost as if it's a shortcut to becoming a dietitian. There is no shortcut to that. And I find that problematic, and so do many states. What a health coach is and why we are redefining it and what makes us so different from any other training is that you'll know about health and nutrition, absolutely, but at the end of the day, you're going to be able to help someone change a habit and follow through. And there's no amount of knowledge that helps you do that. And that's what most health coach trainings, especially when they're focused on nutrition, are not telling you. And that's why Holistic MBA exists in the first place. We had thousands of graduates come to us really upset, going, I don't understand. I'm giving people my best advice. I'm giving them good knowledge. Why aren't they doing anything with it? Because knowledge does not equal behavior change. So if you're wondering, like, well, what's the difference between Become a Health Coach and other sort of, you know, the bigger health coaching schools that are out there, a lot of differences. Most schools focus on, if you think about habit change as a formula, it's 20% information and 80% transformational coaching skills. When you are going into a health coach training, you don't know that. You think, oh, I have to know 80% information. And so that's what most health coaching schools are offering you. But when you graduate, you realize, oh, crap, this 80% of information is not helping me at all because I don't know how to help people change their habits. And so what we're trying to do is save you that pain and become a health coach. So we focus on 80% transformational skills and 20% essential nutrition. So when you're looking at the difference between us and another school, that is a huge difference. The other difference that you will notice is that when you go to other health coaching schools, there is no health coaching school. And Stacy and I have attended many trainings. There is no health coaching school that teaches you a coaching methodology like the transformational coaching method that will help you get a green light in all three brains for your clients, and that will help you get questions, that will help you coach your client on any topic, not just health. I guarantee you that you will come out of every other health coaching school and get into sessions with clients and be really lost if you don't have that coaching skill, and be really, really not confident and insecure about your ability to really help people. That's another reason why we created this training, is that you can't get a health coaching education without learning how to coach, and that's what pretty much every other health coaching school is offering. I personally don't think it's fair. Like, you're investing a lot. If you are going to be coaching for a living, you have to learn a methodology that works for coaching in every session. So that's another thing that makes us different. The other thing that I think is really important to understand is that the weekly skills labs are a big differentiator. So yeah, you get your video training every week, but then you're going into a skills lab to practice immediately. Most other trainings are not like that. So you're not getting the kind of practice that you need. You're not building your confidence. So by the time it comes for you to work with clients, you don't really feel like you have a full grasp on what it is that you're doing. And how do I know that's true? Because I've talked to thousands of versions of you after they've graduated from other schools. So I want to assure you that we thought very carefully about how can we have you practicing every single week and more, so that you're really learning this in your bones. Okay, I think we have another question. Yeah.
If you can hear me, sorry about my sound.
That's okay.
But I see a couple of people asking about what's the difference between getting their certification from the Health Coach Institute and then Holistic MBA. Would you just speak a little bit to like the difference between what happens after you graduate from Health Coach Institute?
Yeah, totally.
And sort of the setup.
Yeah, it's a great question. A couple other quick questions that I see I just want to address. Is there a special fee for this certification? No, that's included in your tuition. Also, a quick question is, once the class is completed, is there lifetime access to the program information? The answer is yes. That's really important because we're going to be continuing to add materials to the training. We'll be continuing to update the training. Certainly, nutrition and health information, as you all know, changes over time. So we'll be updating that, and we want you, once you're in, you are a lifetime student of the school. Plus, there are certain materials that will be rolled out over time. You'll have access forever to this material. So let's go back to the question about what is the difference between getting a Holistic MBA certification and the Health Coach Institute certification. So it's a great question, and Holistic MBA you want to think of as a graduate level education. So if you're taking a Holistic MBA course, that means that you already have a certification of some sort from some place. You have a certification, you have a license, you have a degree, you have a foundation of knowledge. You've taken that first step. You've graduated from your school, and now you're going, what next? I need support for the next level, my graduate level. And that's Holistic MBA. So if you're somebody who is considering becoming a coach from scratch, you've never had a training to become a coach before, you would not attend Holistic MBA. Holistic MBA really has a prerequisite that when you go attend any of those trainings, you're already a coach. Also in Holistic MBA, we certify you in advanced coaching skills. We don't certify you in business necessarily because that's not where your clients would find value. Your clients want to know that you're skilled as a coach. They don't necessarily need to know that you're skilled in business. You will be skilled in business way more than most other coaches, but it's not of particular value to your client. So that's Holistic MBA. It's a graduate level education. The Health Coach Institute you can almost think of as an undergraduate education. So the Health Coach Institute is a place for people who either have no coach training, or maybe you've had some coach training but you want to add health coaching specifically to your arsenal or your toolkit. You are at a place where you're just starting out on the journey of becoming a health coach. If you've already had a health coach training, you don't necessarily need to come to the Health Coach Institute. You can go into the Holistic MBA graduate education. But if you have not yet had a health coach certification, then you come to the Health Coach Institute and we certify you so you have that first step completed, and then you can go on, start your career, and then go into graduate education if you like to. Another great question, will MDs and dietitians work with you or against you? What is your experience, or other professionals for that matter? Such a great question. When you understand, this is a huge question and problem for thousands of people that graduate for other health coach training programs. And the reason why is because the health coach training programs that are out there currently do not help their students understand that they are not competition with a dietitian or a nutritionist. They are collaborators. I wish I had this really cool slide that we have in the orientation. It's like a graphic of that shows you the difference between dietitians and MDs. So one of the things that we do as health coaches is we do the things that MDs and dietitians don't have time for, which is long-term support, accountability, and habit change. So another thing you'll hear in the orientation is a story about a doctor in an office in Florida. He has 5,000 patients, and he hired a health coach because he believes that lifestyle change is the best medicine, which is proven to be, but he knows that he doesn't have time to do it. So he hired the health coach to work with him in his practice. The health coach is not pretending to have the credentials of a doctor. The health coach is a health coach, and she knows that what she's doing there is helping the patients have that long-term accountability and support and habit change that will have them do what the doctor tells them to do. So in our experience, most doctors, dietitians, nutritionists, naturopaths, chiropractors are very open to working with you when you're able to articulate to them what your role is. If you're articulating to them, my role is helping people follow through and get the change that they want, I do the piece that you don't have time to do, then they understand, oh yeah, we're collaborators. There's actually a great match there, and we have lots of graduates. Stacy herself is a health coach partnered with a naturopath. We have graduates that work in wellness centers, that work for that collaborate with nutritionists and dietitians. You know, you may run into another healthcare professional who, for whatever reason, just doesn't believe in coaching and doesn't think that they need help with helping their patients follow through, and they may not be interested in working with you. And that's okay, because for all of the ones that aren't interested, there are plenty that are interested. There are too many factors going on in healthcare right now that point to the fact that lifestyle change is the healthcare of the future. And so you would find doctors and dietitians who know that to be true, and you can collaborate with them.
Absolutely. I just, say that we have been in conversations with many doctors and health professionals who are proactively wanting to add health coaching to their practice because, like Carrie said, they don't have the time to do that ongoing support and accountability to help people hold people's hands through the protocols. And there's a massive opportunity here for health coaches to ally with these kinds of professionals. I think this is the thing that's going to change the future of healthcare.
Totally. There's another great question here, and want to address it. It's just, can you tell us more about the Go Pro bonus? If we already have a website, can we take advantage of it? Great question. Absolutely, and here's how you would do it. If you are happy with your current website, you don't necessarily want to change it, then the value of the Go Pro bonus for you would be in the client management system. So you would be able to use that back end to help your clients schedule appointments, to connect with your clients between sessions, to have them submit sort of action steps and homework to you. You send materials to them to prep for sessions. It's almost like an administrative portal for client management as you're continuing to work with them throughout the course of your program. And I think that you'll find that really valuable. Let's see, a couple more. Oh, this is so great. Do you ever discuss how a health coach that is overweight can be valued as an expert? Absolutely. So one of the things that is really important to know for health coaches, we have an incorrect notion that to be a good health coach, we have to be in perfect shape ourselves. And that if we're not, we don't have credibility. What's interesting about that and what you discover is that people actually don't want to learn from coaches who are perfect, quote unquote. People want to learn from coaches that they can relate to. And they can relate to a coach when they know that the coach has had a challenge and has overcome it and continues to work to overcome it. That makes you human and relatable and interesting. As a matter of fact, just to give you an example, when I went to go hire my own health coach, I specifically asked, as I was looking at different health coaches, have you had an eating disorder? Have you struggled with the things that I've struggled with? I didn't even want to talk to anyone who hasn't struggled with that. I don't want to hire some skinny person who's never had the problems that I've had because they don't get me. They won't get me. So your clients actually want someone who's like them and who they feel will get them. The only thing that you have to do as a person who is, whether it's weight or another health issue, maybe you have fatigue issues or you have digestive challenges, when you have your own health issues going on, maybe it's body image issues, maybe it's chronic dieting or binge eating, you just have to be on the journey of your own health. That will qualify you. This may sound like, well, that's not possible. Don't I have to fix this before I can really help someone? How do I have credibility if I haven't fixed it? And I just want to assure you that even with my own eating disorder, there were times when I was struggling with that on Reluctantly Healthy episodes with millions of people watching. But the reason why I felt like I still had value to add is because I have been so far along the journey. There's so much that I have done, and there's so much that I know that's useful that I can share. I don't expect myself to be perfect in my health. And as a matter of fact, what I've learned is that people relate to me because I am not a size 4. They relate to me because I am a curvy person, because I am womanly looking. And they relate to me because I stand in that in a very powerful way. I own my body and my skin. Now that was quite a journey. It took a while to get to that point. But what you'll find is that whatever your physicality, when you own it and you are in it 100%, it is unbelievably inspiring to your clients. So it's not about looking perfect on the outside. It's about ownership of yourself from the inside. And that's something that you will gain, certainly, and become a health coach, and you will continue, it'll continue to evolve, especially if this is an issue that's been a challenge for you for many years. It's not solved overnight. Your journey will be ongoing, but you will absolutely be able to have credibility and validity as an expert, even if you feel like you don't look or feel like the perfect health coach. Anything you'd add to that, Stacey?
No, I think that's really great, and I'm noticing that of what the time is, and I just want to say, like, I know that there are some questions about, is this the right program for you, and you're at different points in your career. I see we have a couple of registered dietitians on the call, and so I just want to remind you that we do have enrollment advisors, and they're there for exactly those kinds of questions to help you just get clear. They're not there to persuade you of anything. They're really there to help you get clear, because if this is not right for you, then they're going to tell you. It hurts our reputation if we match you with the wrong program. So I just want to remind you that the number to connect with one of our enrollment advisors is 877-916-2242, and that we are having a special right now. That is when you enroll by midnight on Friday the 13th and Pacific time. You can receive up to $1,000 off your tuition. So the regular tuition is $49.50. Yeah, that's what I said, right? $49.50, and and if you enroll before Friday at midnight, you'll get it for $39.50. It's $1,000 off. So it's that's a pretty unique deal for all of what we're talking about here.
Yeah, and just want to remind everyone that a replay of today's webinar will be available, and we'll send a link to everyone. So in case you want to listen again, you'll have that opportunity. And just a reminder that the course that we're talking about today is Become a Health Coach certification. That's through the Health Coach Institute. When you take that course, you are certified as a health coach. And that's the program in particular that we are talking about today and what we're inviting you into. Oh yeah, this is a neat question. She's saying, I have to say, I'm impressed with you guys being live and giving real information, not any pre-recorded sales spiel that I've received from other programs. Thank you. Just one last question for me. I'm a mother of 6, so is it possible for me to be a health coach part-time? This is such a great question, because whether you're, first of all, congratulations on being a mother of 6. And secondly, anyone who has something else going on in their life, for example, me being an actress for so many years, that was my question too. Like, I'm going to still be an actress, or I'm going to still be a mother, or there are some of you, we have a graduate who owns a Pilates studio, and she is going to run her Pilates studio. She loves running her Pilates studio.
And Trisha Jameson, who has 6 kids.
Oh, Trisha, yeah, she has 6 kids. So there are people who have something else in their life that they are very committed to, and the question is, well, can I do this part-time? The answer is absolutely. This is an extremely flexible career with an extremely simple business model, very little overhead. For someone who really has something big going on in their life, like children or another job or another hobby, you don't have to be in an office. You can work from home. You can work as many or as few hours a week as you want. You can see one client at a time. You can see 100 clients at a time. It really is extremely flexible. Once you understand the simple process of how you get a client, then you can repeat it as many times as you want, or not. You can get one client, you can get 10, you can get 50. So you absolutely can do this part-time. The key to success in health coaching, whether it's part-time or full-time, is something that we'll teach you in the business module, and it's called block scheduling. It's about getting really rigorous with your calendar and blocking out specific days and times of the week only that you're devoting to your business, and that it never ever bleeds out from those days or times of the week. Because if you have other priorities in your life, you have to know that your business, part-time or full-time, is contained, and that it's not going to be overwhelming to you or to your family.
Yeah, one of the things that I love about that is it means you can build this career working 1 day a week or 5 days a week. Like, you get to choose how that is set up and the pace and scale that you want to go. And that's fine. We have people who are seeing clients, for 4 or 5 hours a week, or every other week even, and we have other people who are full-time. So it really depends on your lifestyle, and that's one of the other things that Carrie and I teach, is that you're building your business around your ideal lifestyle and your core values. So if family is the thing that's most important to you, then you're structuring your business around that. It's like family first, and then we build the business on top, not that you build your business and then buy your life back later, and your kids are squeezed in on the side. That doesn't really work, and it's out of alignment with your core values, and it's just misery making. It will feel incongruent and throw us off track. So it's just something that's really important to us, and we both have families, and I've got kids, and so I can understand that. I'm actually the youngest of 10 in my family. I didn't birth 10 kids, but I was a child of a very large family, so I can really resonate with that and feel for you. And it's going to take a little bit of just some attention and giving yourself permission to go slow. Because 6 kids is a lot. That is a lot. But it can be done. It's giving yourself permission and not comparing and despairing, like comparing yourself to other people who have different set of circumstances than you. It's really being proud of your accomplishments all along the way and going at your own pace and letting that be totally okay. And little by little, you'll take baby steps and you grow. You will grow.
That's a great answer. So it seems like I think we have gotten most of the questions, but just want to remind you that you're able to connect with an enrollment advisor. And Stacy, do you want to repeat that phone number?
Sure.
Maybe it's in the Google Hangout.
Is 877-916-2242. And it is in the chat as well. So you can go there. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And also you can go to the information page, healthcoach.holisticmba.com/special. You can download the course catalog, get more information about the training. If you're ready, you can simply enroll there. But just want to encourage you, one final thing I would say about talking with an enrollment advisor, and I just want to highlight that what Stacy said, that it's not an experience where you're going to be strong-armed. Like, get in our training or else. That's really uncomfortable. We're very committed to our community of students, and we only want you in the training if it's the right training for you. And if it's not the right training for you, the enrollment advisors are completely empowered to tell you that it's not. And so I just want to assure you that if you're talking to someone, you're doing it without any obligation, and you don't have to feel, I know sometimes when I'm calling someplace for information, there's that feeling in my pit of my stomach of like, am I about to be pushed? Am I about to be, manipulated? Do I have to be on the defense? And I just want to assure you that that's not what it's about. We really only want the people who are right for the training to be in the training, and that's it. Like Stacy said, it doesn't serve us or you to put you in something that isn't right for you. So feel free to take advantage of having the conversation with the enrollment advisors. And I just want to say thank you so much for your attention and for even considering this career, even considering this path, because what you're doing is different. It's different than the norm. It's out of the ordinary, and it takes a lot of courage, and not everybody understands what it is that you're trying to do. And we get it. I mean, if we were in a room live and we asked you to raise your hand if your friends and family just didn't really get what it is that you want to do, everybody would raise their hand. So we really understand that it takes a lot of courage to walk a different path, and we're here for you. We're here for you to give you everything that we know to help you succeed exactly as we did and exactly as our graduates do. So thank you so much, and have a wonderful day. Be good to yourself for this incredible work that you did this morning. Bye, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.